When it comes to money, there's always something, and there are new retirement rules coming down the pipeline. How about that? So here to dive into the topic and help us understand some of these changes is Jim Lineweaver from Lineweaver Financial Group. And I got to tell you, like right now, it seems like everybody's signing a new bill, something happening, 2.0. So what's going on?
Well, yeah, this is the new Secure 2.0 bill. So who knows, they pass this right after the infrastructure, so maybe they got to pay for it somehow. So let's talk about some of the issues that they're dealing with. So for right now, for required minimum distributions at least, that's going to help people a little bit, because this year what they're doing is they're changing it from 72 to age 73, so it's going to push out those distributions a little bit. But also, all the way out to 2023, then it's going to go to age 2033 is going to go to age 75. So as people are living longer, it's going to push out until they have to start taking that money out of their retirement plans, 401ks, IRAs, and stuff. But also, if they had a Roth 401k and they're part of the required minimum distribution age, they had to do distributions in the past. But Roth IRAs, you didn't. So you had a mixed message. Yeah. What they did and change this in this bill so that people will not have to take required minimum distributions out of their Roth 401ks.
So you know what I like about this? What I like about this is we talk to people, that they're going to sell you something that's going to fix up your retirement. It's going to be perfect. There's no problems with it. Or you start a retirement program and it's fine. You're done. There's no problem with it. But if you don't have a guy like you, like the financial quarterback, to tell you what's going on every time something changes, you get left in the dust.
It's really tough. You could be paying a lot of additional taxes than you need to and doing things inappropriately. So very, very important.
So we're talking about older retirees. So they already think they've got it together, but there might be something they should be thinking about right now because of this.
Well, yeah, not only that, but also they're taking into account these new contributions. So all the contributions went up, not only for your retirement plans, but also for IRAs and things. So now you can actually get all the way up to $30,000 into, let's say, your 401k or an employer plan if you're 50 and over, because you get an additional $7,500 catch-up. But what they're doing with this catch-up is they're changing the rules a little bit. So what they're going to be doing is they're actually starting next year, with these contributions that you're going to be making, if you make more than $145,000, that catch-up contribution has to go into a Roth 401k now. That means you got to pay the tax on it.
Oh, right away.
Yeah. You can't put it into the traditional pre-tax side anymore. So that's a big difference, because people are going to have to pay more in taxes. But the flip side of that is when they take that money out of the Roth 401k down the road, they'll be able to get it out tax-free.
So sometimes you suggest to people they should take their money that's already in an IRA and turn it into a Roth and pay the taxes now, or what do you do?
That's why you got to coordinate with your tax firm or your tax accountant. You got to have a guy that knows what's going on. You do, and that's why we coordinate, and that's why we have our own tax firm. Because what ends up happening is you have to look at that to do an analysis, to look at the lost opportunity cost on the conversion now, what are you going to pay in that tax, and what would be the growth rate on that over the years, right, to see if it makes sense to put that money into a Roth. Because a Roth IRA also can do legacy planning, because when it goes down to the kids, they're not going to have to pay any taxes on that.
I'm almost getting a headache here. It's like, if you don't have a guy like you helping you get through this, it sounds complicated. I mean, it's very. I couldn't repeat what you just said. I mean, it's wild. Now, what about somebody that has an emergency, like they've got the money there and they want to take some money out? Can they take money out? Has that changed?
That did. So from the retirement plan standpoint, if you were taking money out of your retirement before 59 and a half, you always got hit with a 10% penalty, right? So what they're doing now is they're going to allow people to take $1,000 out of their retirement plan, and they won't have to pay the 10% early distribution penalty. If it's coming out of the traditional side, they got to pay the tax.
Yeah.
But if they pay that back each year, then every year they can take that additional $1,000, right? But if they don't pay it back, then they have to wait 3 years before they can take the next one.
Wow, just a couple seconds left, but I wanted to go to those folks that really think they know what they're doing and they're putting money away for college kids. Has that changed also?
It is. So you can put money away for the college kids, but let's say they get some type of a scholarship or something, and you're not going to use all the money. If the 529 plan is now 15 years or older, they'll be able to convert that money to a Roth IRA, but it actually hits the same conversion, or the same limit. So if they were putting money into a Roth IRA before and they want to do this conversion, you can't double dip. You got to do one or the other.
It should be a half-hour show. I mean, it's like there's a lot going on. Yeah. So this is an extensive bill, folks, and it has a lot of details. So for more information, just visit lineweaver.net or call Jim and his whole team, and they're here to help. And don't miss the Financial Quarterback leading into Fox News Sunday. Always great information there. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.